I would like to fill in some questions today about the program that we're working on. It's a very early stage effort to seek a way to find insurance to cover some of the risk of exporting fresh potatoes. Today you can insure certain steps of that process to make sure that the product arrives in good quality and that the shipping process happens timely. What you can't insure is that a government in a foreign country takes some actions to close the market while your product is in the process of transportation, or that the inspections that have to occur on the other end are done correctly. And in the cases where those things happen, product is lost and there's a cost back to the shipper, and that risk is something that makes exporting treacherous for some people, unknown and fearful, or some people have even chosen not to get into it. And that's unfortunate because the export market is such a great growth opportunity for us here in the U.S. and our industry really depends on it. Right now we're exporting 17% of our total potato production, and that needs to continue to grow. So what we're looking at is there a way to pool that risk with all the other commodities who share that similar risk factor? They're shipping fresh produce from the U.S. to foreign markets where actions by foreign governments or misinspections could deny them the opportunity to complete the sale. So at this stage, we've put out a request for proposals to companies that could do the background work to aggregate what that risk pool looks like, because we're going to have to talk to insurance companies and they're going to need to understand, well, what's the universe here that we're talking about? Is this $1 million worth of business? Is this a $500 million worth of business? How big is this pool? What is the risk factor? How often do we experience these types of shipping rejections? Because they have to go through an actuarial process of determining, would they want to approach insuring this business, and what would their sense of risk be? How would they rate it? How would they put a premium program together to sell that insurance? So we're such early stage in the information gathering. We really don't know how big is this piece of business, because we're looking at all these other produce items that would match us in that marketplace. So once we know that it's X size, there are all these different commodities in it, and the risk factor is, 1 out of 100, 1 out of 1,000, 1 out of 1,000,000, then we'll be able to take that to the insurance marketplace and see if there's an interest there in order to put a program together. So that's the process we're going through right now.